Hello and welcome to chapter 192 of our streaming adventure. The plan for today was actually no plan, it was an unscheduled day, but I thought I was off of work and yesterday off stream I played a League of Legacy with Bant Stoneforge in an attempt to kind of have myself play something that had the selection of brainstorm and ponder and things like that. And I would say overall it went pretty well. There are minor tweaks here from what I played yesterday, but I think it's something that I could do well across like the ManaTraders more stretched out. So I'm willing to give that a chance. And yeah, that's what we're going to do today. So we'll see how many of those matches we can play. Just need to bring up the ManaTrader series itself. My deck is ready. We will join a match. We have to work our way over to the Legacy Tournament Practice and find our opponent. Right? I joined the match, yep. I have not seen them create it yet. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. While I'm thinking about it, let me pull up the tracker and make sure you get credit for your next spot in the rotation. What is today? Sweet. Yes, our opponent does not seem to have created, so I'm going to create maybe for them. Hey, there they go. They figured it out. All right, here we go. Let's play. So we're on the draw. They've already mulliganed. This seems decent, so I'm going to keep it. We can tropical for a noble hierarch. That would give me access to days. They could just be the combo deck, and we're already dead. Hazret the Pervert. I hope that is their only threat. Okay. So if I get... green. What's better to set up? The fetch lands potentially hurt. Because Hazoret's going to come back here. Theoretically, maybe not. Yeah, they could just cast it again. Okay. So can we... Batterskull... I think we still have to get... So now the question is, if I pick this back up... No. I have to give myself the option to have Batterskull next turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 1. Yeah, they just play Hazoret and then I'm dead here, so that doesn't work. Mm-hmm. Then Hazoret just attacks. And then we just die. Yep. Alright. Lose the first one. Cool. Hydroblast. That, we want that. Path. Wilts could do something. What don't... We'll be on the play this time. Jace is the kind of thing we don't want. Feast and Famine, no. Meddling Mage, no. Carbaflowered, hell no. Flusterstorm wouldn't do anything necessarily either. I think the question is about the dazes. Are the dazes... And then Force of Negation is going to be able to tag a lot of the stuff. Teferi can bounce a lock piece away. We don't have any kind of mass... I guess Umazawa's Jit's kind of a mass kill spell, in a way. It could just be the dazes. But... Use Daze over Force of Will. This just says I have to have an island in play. The force is required on the blue card. think I want the life gain. I like the idea of that bouncing, and maybe I just don't have the time with the life there. Let's go like that. Be mindful of blood moon type effect. I mean, I'll keep. Okay. You got it again. Sure. I'm going to do Caracas just so I can't get hit with the Hazaret again. But after that, I think Apparition, and I just start snacking on stuff. Theoretically, go after. I think if I go after Trinisphere, that thing helps me the most because I have a lot of cheap things to do. I mean, I can't respond, so. Stay alive, Noble Hierarch, stay alive. I don't think it's staying alive. Okay, it's just a pervert. So currently, what can I do? I can play a Stoneforge Mystic. I have access to. I think we get Stoneforge Mystic. Because I don't have double white yet. We drew the Flooded Stream. Second Blood Noon would be bad for me. Hard cast a Chromox. They're just trying to get cards out of their hand. Double Hazaret. So I have access to all the red in the world, a single green. They could slowly ping me down. Chalice where X equals 2. What did my deck cost 2? More Stoneforges, Sylvan, or a Jit. Or the Wilts I brought in. Okay. So it does have Indestructible. I say we take it. Get my Exalted. Theoretically, I could Brainstorm here, but I lose access to my white. But what am I don't need white right now with the Stoneforge Mystic. I mean, so we're drawing to our single planes. What were the cards I was going to draw? Nothing. Cool. Opponent was like, well, crap, he has Brainstorm. Might as well wrap it up. Being on the draw, I kind of want to take the Dazes out. So I definitely still want the Wilts. I feel like, do I almost have to mulligan for the Force of Will? Just so I don't get clamped. No, I think I just have to prioritize the basics. Hope to get something online. All right, I can prioritize basics here. I think I keep. And I can force the first big thing they go for. As long as it's not like a turn 1 Magus of the Moon. Right? They mulled a 5. Theoretically, letting the Chromox happen is the bad part. I would say, what happens if we counter the second Chromox? Chalice where X equals 1. No. Okay. Opponent was not interested in playing any more games. They've got stuff to do. They have a volume of games they need to play. And with that, success. Where is our... Look at that, 100%. Very nice, very nice. Let's play a new one. I mean, I was somewhat worried about that hand, but they went down low enough and we were able to answer that Chalice. I mean, they were stuck on 2 mana. What were they really... They needed any kind of follow-up. It might have been hard for them to find anything. So, all right, having played one match, I kind of wonder, should I have another basic? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fetches with 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fetchables. What would I even want the extra basic to be? That I'm not sure. I mean, we had one of each. We can kind of... Uro makes it awkward to have... Well, maybe not too many basics, but especially planes. Like, that definitely hurts. And nobles allow for, like, it. That's what gave us a source when everything looked bad. I mean, I don't know about the Jace. The Jace is probably greedy. It's going to come in good sometimes, but I think to a degree that's certainly a greedy choice. We could put the sword in the main deck. Then it still makes them discard. We could get back the Sword of Fire and Ice that I had before. That is a card drawing element and damage source as a way of removal. Plus, pro red. I don't know. I'm sure that sometimes that Jace is going to be amazing, and that's, hey, it's there to pitch to force a negation and force will as necessary. Another thing I'm thinking is it would be interesting as like Shark Typhoon, but just one more thing to carry a blade. If I'm looking for a later game engine, maybe if I'm having Jace, it makes sense to have all of the extra fetches. Okay. We will open up for our opponent. We have our opponent. Hello and good luck. Lost the die roll again. On the draw, I would say is keep. Ponder from them. And they did not shuffle. I think I would prefer this. Let's get Noble into play with the ability 2 days. That's my thought anyway. Could be Rug Delver. Likely Rug Delver. It's just a 2/3 is one way to look at it. That also wouldn't set back my development. So, what's the first thing I want? Probably Batterskull in general, just to start the fight. Then what I'm wondering is it better to ponder to set things up, or because I have these dazes now. No, I'll wait. Because also Noble could pay a potential daze, but I also just don't want to necessarily lose Noble. Dead. curious what they'll follow up with, because days doesn't do any good for them because I can pay that with Noble because I didn't pitch to Ponder. Now, pitching the first days to make them think I didn't have an answer, and then hit them with the second days, that feels good. The real question I'm having is whether do I want to Wasteland? I'm going to say no, but I think I want to Ponder. We could always bounce with that, and then bouncing with Jace and wasting off green. Do we play around Stifle? I think it just makes more sense to get in play. Just have it over and done with. They still have green available to them now. Off the foothill. But I think it'll come down to they've already took 2 shots. Can they find another way to address maybe? So now they're insulated there. A brainstorm here. So Ponder did not shuffle. They got 1 card and then cleared the other 2. So Ponder found something. Creature is currently not in. So if they could remove a creature, this could make Goy 4/5. So I think I'm not going to block, especially because I can swing back 4/5. Being my thought process. Or even more so, I could follow up by playing. So they've already played a land. Paying costs. Lightning Bolt the Hierarch. That would make Goyf bigger. So now they're staying home. This would find a new equipment that I don't really feel like I need it. Yield to my Exalt. Get in for 5. Sitting back on drawing a fetch land. Resolves. A lowly little delver. Okay. So they have one card left. I can't even fathom what it should be. Creature's already in there, right? Okay, so it can't get any bigger. So I can look at picking up the Batterskull and replaying it again. I also could play Jace here, but I don't think I want to do that. I like the idea of sitting behind a Force of Will. Yep. Hey, thank you. Let's get another tropical while we're at it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Could just hard cast it now, but we don't need to. It could still be Stifle. I don't believe it's Stifle, but it could still be Stifle. Sorry, pass turn. If it is Stifle, that's their only card. Are you going to flip an army of Delvers on me? You are with a Lightning Bolt. Okay. I don't think that makes me any less likely to play Batterskull. Luckily, it's only one Lightning Bolt. They don't get double Lightning Bolts from flipping two Delvers. But I wonder what the other card that has been lurking. Staying home on defense here is interesting. That's a good one. All right, I'll Exalt in. Because now I can even pay. You want to kill my Stoneforge Mystic. Resolves. Are you gonna double block? How about this guy, and I'll put a batter skull on him next turn. True name, suit him up. With force backup. Yeah, I was gonna say that feels pretty close to good. All right, so Rug Delver. We'll take a Hydroblast. We'll take some carpets. Is Path something I'm interested? Well, okay, Path has less of a drawback than Swords. If I'm not necessarily handing them a basic, Path could clear out whatever's going on that side. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Sword and Feast and Famine could let me... I was going to say, let me break through a Goyf, but is that good enough? Also, Rug Delver has what? I was going to say, Rug Delver plays Winter Orb. I'm drawing a blank. Cindervines, Winter Orb. So Wilt has some utility. More likely, they're bringing in Wilt. That would be bad for me. On the draw, I feel like this Jace is kind of. I feel like the Jace is weak. Maybe Force of Negation could be a surprise daze. But they also know I have days, so they might start to play around it. I could keep a Jace here. I kind of am curious, would Meddling Mage set up better, but... We have Uros. We don't know if they have Uros. Sylvan Library also has potential for powerfulness. Powerfulness? I'll go with that. All right. What do we got? Got a whole lot of nothing here. A naked brainstorm into hopes and thoughts and prayers. If I get tropical with it, whew. That could have been an opportunity, but I would rather them start to do something. Hex Trigger, I did not expect. It would make sense that they counter this. In response, I will give you 2 mana. I can't say I understand that. Alright, so we're going to draw a land. Can we afford to... I ain't casting him anytime soon. We are. We're going to get 2 mana again. We could cast this Batterskull next turn. If I were to take... See, the basic planes is holding back Uro's... What do I want to say? Ramp ability. It's possible they don't know how dangerous that is. So what do we want? We want blue. I have access to 6 mana here. Like, I feel like they couldn't have a counter there, because why would you not try to stop Chase? Red Elemental Blast resolves. Delver resolves. Hex Drinker. Keep Hex Drinker in my hand. Okay. So we already know what's in there. I kind of want this shuffle. The shuffle for Stoneforge will clear the double arrow off the top. All right. I've shown Batterskull and Jet. We still know that they're holding Hexdrinker. Flip off Bolt. You got me. Take it. So Hexdrinker and 3 mystery cards. Yep. We're going to get blue. We're going to get blue, draw the Caracas, play the Caracas, and then have swords available to me. Not really sure what exactly they could have. But resolving this Uro is going to be big time. They could have a Pyro and a Force. It is theoretically possible they have those things. We will wait to find out if they will if they will let us play. It's been a couple minutes. Okay. Yes. We would want blue mana. So we can then use Uro. And we want to make future Tarmogoyfs less impressive. So we know what we put back. We put back Caracas with a swords under it. So Brainstorm isn't really going to find me any help there. The question is more, if they had 2 counters, could we try to... I don't know, are they the type of person that would have a mind break trap? See, now I don't want this blue to go to waste. So the other swords is still there. Paying costs. Why not fight that on the stack and make me have 3 less life and a card, 1 less card into my deck? Perhaps that was why. They knew. Okay. Not bad. 2-0. Well, let's play another one. We have to find the right page, though. Come on now. There it is. Join the match this time. When they responded and gave us an extra blue that we shouldn't have had, I really wasn't sure what to make of that. On the draw again, but I think I'll keep. But on the draw 3 times here. Basic island makes me think certain things. So I can have 2 of these cards. I wonder if the Caracas is any good. If I'm thinking for potential to bring Earl back up. This will be 1, 2, 3. What I didn't like about it was not to try to get Uro out there and not have force protection. That's what I was thinking. Get myself a Batterskull. I expected a snake there off their basics, but could be wrong. I'm not expecting days from them. I was not expecting food chain either. Do they have all the forces? Their Mist Hollow is exile. Mist on land. Okay. So we'll drop a Batterskull here. We have swords at the ready for Uro or any potential nonsense, really. Hard cast Mist Hollow Griffin. So either I was gonna say I can swords the Mist Hollow and get it all back immediately. Are they gonna go for the max value? Cast Mist Hollow every turn. Well, no, it's in the graveyard now. You can't cast it from the graveyard, right? But you can exile it to Uro. Not sure what this is. I need to look at a food chain list. They have a new Mist Hollow Griffin. I'll allow it. Hard cast featuring Hydroid Krasis. So we're looking at, they do have coatls, Imperial Recruiters, Squee. Okay. Take your green. What's a red for? Red is for Imperial Recruiter or Squee. I think it's clever that they can block and then exile. It is clever. Get my Exalted on. Go get their Uro. They even have enough to like go back in again. Theoretically, based on my life, maybe I should have just let them attack. Suit them up. Get my Exalted. I'm 7-7. All right. We dead? Did they get... We already know that they had Mist Hollow Griffins in exile. Did they hit everything else they needed? Might as well. Put this on top. Six, 7, 8. That was as close, I think, as I could get. Now, the only other thing is that I tried to click it, and for whatever reason, I just didn't want to mess it up. I was like, at least just hold Caracas in your hand. Don't mess up with the Uro. All right. So, what does a normal food chain deck look like? Surgicals, Veils of Summer, Fairy Macabre. Nice. So they're going to have carpets too. What I'm wondering is, does it make sense? Like, if I remove food chain, they still do some stuff. They don't do everything, but they do have basics, which makes Path worse. But I think we could have Meddling Mage and Feast and Famine looks interesting. But I think I want Wilt for them. Also, they probably are going to play into Carpet of Flowers again, like we had talked about. This seems like a lot. I think I need forces just as a way to do something. I like the idea of Teferi. True Name, I don't think is. Yeah, True Name doesn't feel like the battlefront I would want to fight on. Jet and Batterskull did the job. Feast and Famine might not. I mean, a lot of their creatures are going to be green. I think I need the protection there. So this is 5. I'd have to take 3 more cards out. Kind of a sampler platter here. A little bit of a lot of different things. Surgical doesn't. They went to 6. Ponder shuffle. So this sets a brainstorm with a flooded strand. Or just a ponder. Alright, so fetch, fetch. Worst case scenario, this is me double force of will. Ponder. This Ice Fang also currently doesn't have Death Touch. So Tundra there. I think we can get Tundra here because we know we're Urowing. I mean, we did have options there, but they could very well have Pyroblast, right? Yeah. They got a full grip, although that full grip is powered by Brainstorm right now. So they'll have 5 cards waiting to play. Okay. Magus of the Moon's a good one. That would be a good reason to fetch more basics, Jeremy. Pyroblast a Brainstorm. Come on, man. All right, 2 cards left on their side. One, two, three, four, five. All right, so Magus is in hand for them. And a land. Nice. Well, I have to say, so far, this deck appears to have the tools, right? We're able to be in every match. We're able to make decisions, and I feel that's a lot of where I was saying I wanted Brainstorm and Ponder as a way to help facilitate the games. Now, whether, what the other 68 cards around, yes, the other 68 cards around that Brainstorm and Ponder shell, a lot of that is going to be seasoned to taste. And as much as I thought Stoneforge Mystic was not going to be something I liked, it appears that I like the part of Stoneforge where it is kind of an army in a can with minimal deck spots. You can kind of have this package. Now the only problem is how I currently have it set up. If we pull up the list, or just not pull up the list, what is going on? There it is. We currently have it as 4 Stoneforge, a Jit, a Batterskull, and then in the sideboard, a Sword of Feast and Famine. I wonder, with the selection of Brainstorm and Ponder, would we be better off trimming and have 3 Stoneforge Mystics? Just for the purposes of their redundancy. Because basically, once you have that first one, the second one ain't great, but I don't know. That is something to consider. All right, enough musing. Let's jump back in the queue. Let us play us a match now. Do. This could just be a period. So when they do ManaTraders has like a pairing period between, I think it's noon and midnight. And I don't know, it just might be a situation where we finished our match and there are no other eligible people for us to pair against right now. That could be. You know what? I'm going to take a quick break. All right. We're back, and no, your eyes do not deceive you. I am wearing a different hoodie. It's kind of cold down here in the basement, so I went for reinforcements. The other one was a little bit more, it's almost like a t-shirt material. So it's going to be really funny is on the video, like I edit it, it's going to be like, bleh, and it just magically I'll have like a different shirt on. Whatever. I also got some trail mix to go with my new water. I mean, as of right now, the deck overall, I think the Jace is questionable. And yeah, the Jace is questionable. And what I played yesterday had more apparitions in the sideboard, and that card is good. All right, we got our opponent. Still are 0 for 4 on die rolls. That's a little annoying. The fact we're on the draw, not like we already have the tutor here in days. This looks better. This looks better. I'm just not sure what to ship. I kind of think we shipped the Misty Rainforest. No. Ship the island. Misty can turn into that island if I need it. Plus, it's like Uro fodder. Hey, I am playing Bant Stoneblade type stuff. What I'm wondering is, do I want to do Uro here into a Ponder, or let's get Stoneforge online. I would say it's more a Stoneforge pile than an Uro pile, but I mean they're kind of the same thing. Stoneforge slashing. Yeah, here, let me flip over to it real quick. So it's like Bant, Brainstorm, Ponder, Swords, Daze, Sylvan, Stoneforge, Equipment, Uro, True Name, Skyclave, Jace, Forces. I mean, Bant lets us play Noble Hierarch and Uro. We're 3-0 so far in the ManaTraders. I did 3-2 yesterday in a league, but the one match was really close, and then the other one was I had to mulligan to 3 in the third game to even find a keepable hand. So is this like paradigm shift? So 2 mana I can get Batterskull in play. I could go get Jit to speed things up, but I don't think I really need Jit to speed things up. Maybe I should have just played. If I was going to do something there, like if that would have panned out, that would have been great. But maybe that should have been a Skyclave, Apparition, Ponder turn. Overall, that probably would have benefited me more. Yeah, see? Paradigm shift into a Thassa's Oracle. We did. Now that looks like something that Chubby Rain had been working on, which, I don't know, is interesting. Okay, so Carpet of Flowers in Wilt, Meddling Mage, And then I think we want to fight like the big turns they go for something. So maybe Flusterstorm. Things that are probably, like, we don't know that they're not merfolk or whatever, but things that are probably less impressive. I'm going to say swords. And by that account, maybe like Jit. So if we can make them discard with like Sword of Feast and Famine, True Name Nemesis also might not be where to push it. So we could take out a Stoneforge, we could take out an Uro. So then I'm working off of 3 Stoneforge to have Batterskull and Sword of Feast and Famine. Carpet of Flowers potentially could beef up what we can do. Wasteland for if they try to do the hideaway trick. Do I want swords? No. Well, in that case, if I had swords the Thassa's Oracle, they would have only had the 1 card left in the library. No. We'll take the swords out. But I'm just curious, do I want another Flusterstorm? Is Flusterstorm better than a Wilt? Probably. Because I think that the things we're going to want to fight is when they go for it. So maybe we can fight Paradigm Shift. Kind of wondering about. No, because they can cast Paradigm Shift into Thassa's Oracle. You're good. Keep. So this is they mulliganed. They could have back to basics. That would be a blowout. All right, so this will be a thank you very much. It's going to be interesting. The Legacy Showcase is on Master Sunday, but we will do our best. All right, things to consider. We could Stoneforge first, then do our stuff. We could brainstorm, put cards away, and then cast Stoneforge. I don't hate that. Okay. We could put back Snow-Covered Forest, probably Caracas. Okay. Wasteland as possible disruption if they go for the, what do you call it, hideaway land again? Mike, have you been out golfing yet this year? Or I should say, have you even swung a club yet this year? I've been doing a lot of cleaning up the yard back there where I'm going to have like a practice green stuff, but I have yet to swing a club. Tundra? I hope they're not actually merfolk. with all my swords in the sideboard. Nice. I don't think I have ever changed my grips, other than I think I changed a grip on a putter once, but I feel like that's something that I should have done and I just never have. I think I would get a benefit of it. I just have never done it. Pass the turn. So right now, 30 rounds. Well, maybe by that, maybe then I'm safe because I don't golf as much as I want to. Like what I do is like I have like a big golf weekend, and when I go to that, we play 18 in the morning, 18 in the afternoon, 18 in the morning, 18 in the afternoon the next day, 18 and it's just like we kind of knock it all out all at once. Am I dead to like double lotus petal whatever here? I think I am. They have 4 cards in hand. Okay. So, one of the 4 cards in their hand. So we're just dead. We're just turbo super dead. Like, there's no way that we're not just dead, but draw my card, kill you? Yep, we died to a much faster combo deck. Not much I can do about that. It's interesting though. Yeah, so what it would take for me to play 30 rounds, well, I guess it would almost be 5 years, because for the most part, that's almost all the golf I get in a year is like 6 rounds right there. So, all right, hold on. I want to look up punishing waterfalls MTG Goldfish just to see if they've been playing with that deck. Bant control. They play everything. They are definitely a. Well, that's. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Where's the long name? Punishing Waterfalls. Okay, that's like Miracles. Bant Control in 73rd. Yeah, they didn't play that. They had a Replenish Standstill deck. I like them. They are great. All right, join the match. Opponent is creating our match. They're a Lotus. I like them. Opponent is mulligan to 5. Could be Death Shadow. Daze you. Cycle Street Wraith. Okay. Force Pitching Brainstorm. Sounds good. Best turn. So of their 3 cards is Watery Grave and some friends. Now, maybe attacking is not necessarily right against the Death Shadow player. Shock. Oh, they could have fetched 4 shock. Decided not to. Okay. No blocks. Okay. If we attack for 5, puts them at 5, it makes a really big Death Shadow. If we... Do we know the card in their hand? The card in their hand... No, they've replayed the Watery Grave we knew about. I do like that it buffs my life total, and then we could potentially... Nice. Well... I think I can take 8. Alright. Showed me a Scalding Tarn. Alright, so... Path will be one more option to deal with their guys. Feast and Famine will let me swing in. I think that's better than Umezawa's Jit. Carpet of Flowers is another way for us to kind of quickly get a good amount of mana. Now, are they only going to have 2 or 3 lands in play? Yeah, but they've shown that they have days. So, playing around the soft counters is something I don't mind enjoying, or I should say, what do I want to say? Alright, I'm going to take Force of Negation out, and then here being on the draw, I'm going to trim 2 of the Dazes. I like the idea of True Name Nemesis still. The Swords are especially good because if you can hit one, it takes the other one out. Wilt. I expect to see Surgical Extraction from them. So maybe 1 Uro out and a Meddling Mage in, just for a diversification of threats. I like that. Skyclave Apparition is probably worth finding room for another one. Skyclave is just really good. Is it good when it's your only card and you're not going to play it anytime soon? No. Keep, ship. Alright. So... Resolves. Resolves. That sucks. For some reason, I was thinking they didn't have Wastelands, but maybe We're just drawing a blank there, obviously. Come on, Forrest. Close. Takes the shock. I think I have to protect Carpet of Flowers here. All right. Please. Really? More fetch lands from them. Take it. Any cycling? Can we get some swords? And draw a fetch land. Womp, womp. Okay. So that could have been prevented if I would have fetched correctly, not giving them credit for, what do you call it? Not giving proper credit on Wasteland from them. So kind of want the Dazes back for protection, especially since we've seen how land light they are. I think Jace can come out. Maybe we take a Sylvan out and a Stoneforge out. Do we already have the path? The path is already in. What's the Meddling Mage doing, though? What am I naming from Meddling Mage? Alright, game 3. Yes, I would like to play first. Green, blue, Noble Hierarch. If I got basic forest, they know I don't have days now, but Ponder, I'll allow. They shuffled off the ponder. Thoughtseize? No. We will allow brainstorm. All right, so I think I got to get a blue land off the Misty. Yep, Earl's gone. And I think we expected the Earl, which is why we sideboarded the way we did. Because we had already taken one out. That's annoying. Goodbye, swords. I could attack. But instead of attacking, I could just sit back on Hardcast Force of Will. Let them do the shocking. That resolves. Overall, 3-1 right now. So that one's going to be bigger. If I want blue, green, blue, white, does it matter? Let's just get an island. This way, we know we counter that. Then Jace will bounce the Gurmag. Sorry to hear that. Hope you're feeling better. Let's bounce that guy out of the way. That's a decent one. Alright, let's get in there for the beats. Beat him down to 4. I lost to Paradigm Shift, just flat out beating the crap out of me. Well, it was faster than I could handle. Still got this green floating. Nice. plus. Go beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can hard cast the zombie fish again, which we could just bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. It's back. It's too bad it's not a legendary zombie sink. 2 mana, 1, 2. What do I even got? I got Batter Skull. I got Sword of Feast and Famine. That's a good one. Let's just put that in play. So far, I have played against Red Prison, Rug Delver, Food Chain, the Paradigm Shift, Oracle deck, and Death Shadow. And we beat Death Shadow. So that puts us at 4-1. Not bad. Not a bad start on the day. Yeah. Like I was saying before, I do have some criticisms about, let's say, the deck in general, but at the same time, I still think there are things about it that are good. A lot of what is good is this brainstorms. There's ponders and there's force of wills. That's the core strategy. That core strategy I really do endorse. But yeah, I think we're going to stick with this in general. Now, a lot of what I want to use the ManaTraders series for, especially this week, I want to get preparation ahead of the showcase on Sunday. And so, have I decided that, oh, this is what I'm playing? Not yet. I think the problem is the PTQ is like on Thursday or something for me, and I work during the day, so the fact I have today off is the only reason I started streaming as early as I did. I'm pretty sure the PTQ is like effectively Thursday morning, and so it's just not available to me. But what is the showcase up on Sunday. So if you're going to play in the PTQ, best of luck to you. I hope you do great. But as for me, I think that's it for today. Now, tomorrow is regularly scheduled as a stream. Is regularly scheduled as a wheel stream. But the wheel is supposed to be Noble Hierarch. Technically, I'm still playing Noble Hierarch, but we'll see what I want to do with that, because I think I wanted to do, like, Infect, and I'm not really sure if I want to shake things up, or maybe we'll use that as a ManaTraders day, and then we'll postpone the wheel. But thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the people that subbed. Thanks for the people that followed. Or just thanks for hanging out. You can find me on Twitter at jpintermtg, and you can find my content over at YouTube at jpintermtg. So thanks for just being you, as Mr. Rogers would say.